Patrick,
Gishere and
Misango.
The controversial Misango.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Pleasure.
How many delegates are there? Would you say? 100?
Just staying.
Are they mainly peasants? Where else are people being
Yes,
No delegates. Is it working?
Very simple.
Yes.
Yes.
Leave it.
Okay guys, so we'll make a start for our afternoon session. So those of you who have spent this morning on this side for the gasless and other innovations, please go on the opposite side where we have the virtual reality, 5 stations, different sort of stuff, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5th station is a urology workshop in the middle with Dr. Ganaraj. So if you want to make your way to that side, and those who are on that side, come on this side. So 5 of you can go to Professor Dunkelman's table where she's going to talk about the innovations at University of Delft. And about 5 or 7 of you can go to Professor Baines, who is talking about gasless lift device. If you've already had exposure to gasless lift device, then you can go to the final table where you can see the raised devices and you can have a go yourself, how you feel. Is that okay? And then within 15-20 minutes, I'll make another announcement and then we'll move you to a different table. We've also got Professor Pete Kalman who will talk about how we made the raised device, the whole process of making the raised device. So we've got surgeons and biomedical engineers who are interested in device manufacturing, and so you can go to that station. We've got some laparoscopic simulators over here, you can go and have a go at them as well. So just move in the group so that because we got more time this afternoon.
Yes.
So I'll recommend at the moment the most active tables are Professor Baines over there.
So you have to be patient.
And Professor Duncan on my right.
The past few minutes, it really frustrated me in my office. But I said I'll never use it again.
And we'll have this table over here with Professor Kalma on innovations of the raised device. We have Professor Mishra, next to Professor Baines, who will talk about more sort of clinical application of laparoscopic surgery using raised device. So if you want to follow him, he will give you some more information as well.
No, with your limbs you have eyes.
Ah, very well. You are fast. Sorry? Yes, it's an open invitation.
You put it where in Jordan?
Yes. I want to put it, but I'll tell you the plans I have.
Which are these plans? You're moving to Nairobi?
No.
So you are aware now?
There's a camera there.
Okay. Oh, so
this one you can see what you're doing from there. And some other people can see what you're doing.
Oh, okay. So now tell me some of the parts. I think I should learn about the parts that I know how to the parts of the car before I started driving.
This is the sheep.
Hello, Doctor.
Hi, how are you? Yes.
She's my senior.
No, we have met. KU.
Oh, you are also in KU?
He's actually in KU, yeah.
Yes.
With the Ajanja?
Yeah.
She runs the surgical clinic. But I'm in the next room when I'm running the urology.
Oh, okay.
That patient of ours was never able to do both procedures, so atakuja tu kufanya later.
Yeah.
The one who wanted to do a Desada and a TRP.
Yes.
Yes.
And there's another one I did TRP and bilateral hernia. I was very tired. 2 weeks ago I said,
Never again.
I can't do the hernia. The general surgeon will do that.
But it looks so high-tech.
So this is
Like, this is now where the...
this
These are just recording.
so this is got supposed to assist you get even usually when you're doing cystoscopy it continues irrigation.
We're talking about
So you have to have some fluid there, saline. Okay, it's not like GI endoscopy. So that's why it has this.
Ah, then is it 11 something?
You have to fill the bladder and the urethra with saline, water. Okay, and it's coming out for you to be able to visualize. That is not like this. This one also has a channel. Okay, this channel will be put to vessels to get the apparatus to sound like
So that's outside that space.
Yeah, the internet.
Start being able to see the surroundings of the company. Good, well done. I don't know how we solved that.
But they can prove that it's a graph.
You obviously didn't more than that.
See the light sources here. Camera light sources.
So those who have just entered the hall, if you've been on the gasless laparoscopy and other innovations on my left, then please move on to the right side for the afternoon session on VRiMS. We've got 5 stations, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th in the middle is the urology. And those who have been on this side, come and move on the left side of me, where we have the gasless laparoscopy stations from Professor Peter Kulma here, Professor Baines here. We've got 3 more stations at the end where you can have some hands-on experience. We have neurosurgeon Dr. Lee got some laparoscopic simulators here. And then we have biomedical engineers from Uganda who will come to us. We have Professor Jenny Anton and innovations from University of Delft. Let's say we can spend at least 35 to 40 minutes per station because we've got more time this afternoon.
So these are hi, how are you? Karibu sana. Salama. Kabisa. Siwezi sahau. Yes, I know why you are here. Yes, kwanza you guys. Hey, are you doing Europe?
You're running the station. This station, right? But here, what?
No.
Yes. Yes, we can run this.
I can bring people. Yeah, I can bring people. And he's the teacher. I'm going to ask
Hey,
him.
how are you doing? Long time. Now doing
LAS.
My name is Dr. Alliance. Yes, Alliance and Elias.
Yes. Famous. As soon as he do it, he's able to tell.
Well, there are only like two of us from the Okay, I'll let you guys enjoy.
Okay, now we can start.
Thank you. My name is Dr. Elias. I'm a urologist. I work in Meru. Last year I met Dr. Nanara. He actually visited me and demonstrated this laptop cystoscopy. I don't know how many of us have done cystoscopies in our rural settings, but basically cystoscopies is expensive in terms of the hardware that you need to have in place for you to be able to do a cystoscopy. You need a tower, you need a camera, you need a telescope. So this is a real innovation in terms of what you can be able to do. You can be able to do the cystoscopy from your office setting. You will not need anesthesia. You just need a lubricant, perhaps maybe 50% liquid. You assure the patient and a drip of the saline that you're going to connect to your cystoscope. So we credit Dr. Nana for this innovation, and I have used it in my office since July. I've done quite a number of cases. For me, I have the benefit of being able to do all types of cystoscopies, even with the narrowband imaging. So I've been through all those. The tissue, more or less the rigid cystoscope, the flexible cystoscope, and now the laptop cystoscope. So this one comes in handy to the office, and especially for those patients like I've operated before and I need to remove, like I left a DJ stent, I want to remove, I've used this one. Several. For patients that are like I've done operated for bladder tumors and I need to do what we call surveillance cystoscopy. These patients will have undergone, we have removed, maybe it's a massive invasive bladder cancer, we have removed the cancer, we have had intravesical chemo, and then maybe 8 weeks later, or every 6 months, you need to do the cystoscope. I find it very useful in the office because they don't need admissions, they will come. You have a nurse, we set them, you do the cystoscope, see the report, and decide whether they need them or PT or PT or So, basically what I would say is a good innovation, but it's still undergoing more modifications. And for those who are going to be trained or who are going to acquire this, then we need their input as far as what kind of modifications they wish to have. Most of the telescopes that we have, or the telescopes, you find that 0 degree, 12 degree, or 30 degree. The 0 degree is a little bit difficult, and especially if you are going to look at the trichomes, the urinary colonies. So one of the things that I've asked them to do is to try and bring one that has a higher capability in terms of the pixel and also the decrease. If you get a 30 degree, that would be much better. So I was telling my friend here that you need something, okay, go into the bladder, and like the upper GI endoscopy, we don't use any fluid. For urology endoscopies, you need either to use saline or distilled water, depending on what you are doing, for it to flow and to come out. And what we have done, currently they only have a 20 different sheath, the outer sheath of the cystoscope. So you can use one of these, connect to a giving set. If you have a bigger TUR set, it's better. The more the fluid that you bring, the clearer this one That's why I found the clearer to get. Okay. Yes. So if you look, this is the way you need to orient it. Okay. Otherwise, if you orient it like then you will see what happens. Things you see them upside down. So the jazz are your orientation. You're looking for your unitary goals. That's what the big okay. But now, if you look at this, it means that you have to enter the equilibrium meters like this, and then you turn it down. Then, like with all endoscopies, then you have to keep the lumen at the middle. Okay? So you have to keep where you now, the other challenge that you have in this situation is that there is a slight delay. So you have to be patient. You can't put it and then advance. You start losing the image. Okay, so that's one of the challenges that I have. Okay. So basically many people in different things, but you need to stabilize the penis is up there. Connect it even to your Type-C phone. Sure, it doesn't appear like this. Remember, you're using Type-C. Examine the bladder system vertically when you are doing your cystoscopy as a posterior one.
So look around behind you, above you. See what else you can see.
So this is an innovation. The good thing is something that you can do in the office, connect it with the phone. The innovator test is that the camera is at 2 pixels. Okay. So if you have a high-end laptop, the images get better. Yes. How many pixels? 2. So some gadgets are able to give you better images.
Okay, so what happens when you went out?
The processor of the machine. But they also improving on this.
So what is the actual, what does it attach to? So what I'm saying is, it's the whole part that slides in, the shaft, which is the part that they have attached directly to the camera. Because what I'm used to is you attach the camera. So it's the whole thing.
So this, all of it is attached. So in the other rigid cystoscopes, you come with a camera, then you attach.
So how do you sterilize that?
So good question. For me, what I've been using is a
ICIGS.
You can leave all of this.
But you can put the cord in.
Yeah, you can put the cord.
Sure, just to...
Excuse me, Can I
pod has
come this way for the
survived
camera?
the experiment.
I'm filming, recording.
So that's how you sterilize that.
Okay. And then if they were to give you like a 30-degree scope,
Yes.
you can't manipulate it the same way you do with a rigid camera. When we use like a 30-degree scope, the way that you would change the angle is to move the part on the bottom that swings around, kind of like the light source.
You know, the angle is usually here. So you, the only good thing is it gives you, like when you want to see the tripod,
Yeah.
you
don't cause as much
yes,
damage to the patient
to the
by
patient.
moving. Yeah.
Yes. So I think that's something that they need to look into.
What about the instruments?
The add instruments like
What do you use to
they have all those accessories. Okay, like the forceps. But basically, like for me, because I have the 2 mm forceps, it will easily go through here. Yes, first time. This is something that you find in all the telescopes. It's just a nipple, okay, that you use to reduce. Otherwise, because you're running fluid, you need to turn down the fluid.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. Sorry. Can I just switch this? Sorry. Battery.
Battery. Thank you. Yeah. So like the telescope, we can go for not less than $500,000, and these are the small things. And then you need a tower, you need the camera, you need the right source and all that. So makes cystoscopy a very expensive affair. Yet those patients who are coming with symptoms, lower urinary tract symptoms, some just need a cystoscopy and make a diagnosis in the office. Okay? Yes, so that's the benefit of an innovation like this, because it makes things easily available to our patients and the diagnosis. Okay? You want to
try and scope?
Yes, yes.
So you said you go in like this and then
Yes,
at
and
what
then
level do you touch?
immediately.
Oh,
Immediately. This is just to ensure that you don't damage the because you want this part to place the meatas like this, then you. Then yes.
do you do stretching the way we used to do when we are doing
Yes.
catheterization?
A little bit, and then you keep the lumen in the center.
Like that.
Yes.
The lag is so significant.
There's a delay.
Yeah, there. Almost.
Almost. So bring it in the middle. Maybe up.
Oh, all the way.
All the. Okay. Feels almost like that, but this is a model, so I think in a patient is much better. So there is some delay. That's why.
Can I move it a little bit this way? Is that okay?
Yes,
The model?
no problem.
After you finish.
Hysteroscopies. Yes, I've seen some descriptions where Dr. Nanaraj has used it, even for a look at the abdomen. In terms of, you can use it as a telescope for diagnostic laparoscopy. Yes. Where did he go? I need to get in here to answer those questions.
So you can look at the walls.
Yes. It's a model, so the posterior is really supposed to be posterior. That looks like the floor. Yeah.
There was that area with the triangle.
Yes. You want to see it? So you have to come, and then, because as I said, this is a 0 degree, then you have to you have to really look for it with the yes, that line is just it's that one. Just follow. That one, yes.
That one, eh?
Yes. So that's the middle, and ureteric, yes. Okay.
Even if you don't belong to that, but just deal with it. Even if you could work in a rural setting,
Hold it like
get
this.
a male patient.
Hold it like this. Then.
I don't deal with
Just
this.
for
So I can tell you.
pleasure to see you, man. After how many years?
Yeah.
15 years.
Yeah.
These two guys are meeting them after 15 years.
Is it?
Yes.
Some guy I met, they work together with you. One in Kiambu, the other in Thika, and they told me they only meet in conferences.
Yeah.
You don't
Imagine.
So it can happen, it happens. Yeah.
Hello, my friend. Can you show them one more time? You speaking?
Okay.
Is that okay?
That's okay.
Yeah, because the first time the battery
went down.
so I didn't get the audio.
Oh, okay.
Is that okay?
That's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Very well done. I wish we had a live patient to demonstrate. Yes, so the trigon is there. Yeah. You have to be patient. That's the trigon. And there's supposed to be the posterior wall of the bladder. This bladder is square. It looks like it is. Yeah. I don't know if Dr. Nana are insurance. I'm saying I don't know where you are. Here he comes. Here he comes. Yeah, let's let him come. And,
He's from India.
yes.
You had told them.
No, he visited me. I didn't go. Very tough questions here for me.
Okay, what is it?
Yes, the gynecologist wants to know that this one can be used for hysteroscopy.
Yeah, we can use hysteroscopy.
Okay.
We use conventional urology equipment for hysteroscopy, for resecting submucous fibroids. We also use the uterinoscope for looking at the fallopian tube, hydrocephalation of the fallopian tube. You can pass 0.025-inch guide wire through the fallopian tube to open up tubes.
Okay.
And also for injecting methylene blue and looking through the lap.
Yes. You have to come out. Once you go slowly, as just the same way, just as you have. Yes. The other question was where do they get it? What is the cost?
And they want the one sheet. The email and WhatsApp number and email. WhatsApp number also, so that then Kesa will contact it. I don't know.
Okay.
Because actually initially when we made the prototype,
yes,
we were able to get the cameras everything easily. Then when we ordered 25 cameras,
yes,
it stuck in the customs from October on and it then reached us. So we are working on ways of getting it.
Even
once they think it's commercial, then the people want bribe.
Even in India, it hasn't reached you?
India also.
Okay.
So we are not able to sort of promise anybody that we'll be able to deliver because a lot of it is imported from China. So
okay.
That is the problem. So prototype 1 or 2 pieces they are not bothered, but once they think it's more than 5 or 6 pieces, then they think it's commercial.
So there is some delay. Patience, doc, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Actually, this laptop is not good. That's the picture quality. My laptop is much better. But you can't change now because all set up with virtual reality.
Okay. So the Trigon is up. This is a model. It may be a bit different. So just swing. Then one is at the center. So come this side so that you are able to visualize the Trigon better. Let's go back. Okay. So yes. Come again. Come out a bit. Then look below. Yes. So there's another uretary orifice here. You want to. Yes, like that. Then you look at the posterior wall. Yes.
For the next one, he wants you to talk
He wants me to talk. Okay.
And do it again so that it's being recorded.
Okay.
Undergraduate,
Usually in real life, when you're looking at the posterior wall, sometimes you have to palpate, and because we are using saline and the bladder is filled, you will find bubbles on top. So where you find bubbles, you know that's the dome of the bladder. Okay. Then you look at the lateral walls and pick any pathology. Okay. So there are a few interventions that you can be able to do.
You can do endoscopic resection. That you are
This one cannot.
urethral resection.
This one is basically maybe diagnostic and a little bit of therapeutic. Because for resection you need a whole different set of instruments. Okay, what we call the working elements and the electrocautery, all of them connected. Okay.
Wanna try?
You want to try? Okay. Sorry. So I know you are listening, and so you keep demonstrating this 0-degree camera oriented like that. So that's the way you are supposed to look at it. Otherwise, if you orient it like this, just look and see what happens. Okay? Yeah, upside down. Okay? So, and if I turn it, you can see there is delay before there. Everything switches there. So there is delay, a little bit of delay even in your image acquisition. So that's why we are saying that when you are scoping, go slowly and allow your camera to be able to give you the video. Okay? But when you are entering, you want to enter like this, all the pennies, like this. See the meatas, okay? Okay. And this is meant to be a traumatic. So that's why we are putting it like this. But immediately you do that, then you need to turn. Okay, you need to turn your scope, and then you advance inside, keeping the image in the center. Okay. So hold it, you can hold it like this, 2 fingers there, and then these are the 2 fingers. You are seeing the meatas, and then you rotate. Yeah. Just like with all endoscopies, the idea is to keep your image in the center, in the middle of the screen. So this one you just need to do a bit of stretch, and then you bring it there in the mid. Yeah, just go. There is that delay, yes. There is delay in getting the images right.
Do you get like, does it come with the resolution of the camera? Is it better than 2 MP?
It's very good. I think the problem is this machine. It has low capability. Okay.
You said it also depends on the laptop.
Yes. We can use the same with the. Actually, you can use this device with your phone. Type C, or even the other type. I don't know what it's called. The old model. You can be able to use it. There is an app for it. Yes. Yes, there is an app for it. Yes, yes. It has been used on patients. I personally have used it. I have mine here. I have had it for like almost 1 year now.
And how is the experience, outpatient or inpatient?
Outpatient. I just do it as an outpatient.
What do you use for irrigation? Or you just set up a saline, or we don't?
Saline. You need irrigation. You need the patient to be in a lithotomy position. Okay. Yes, yes.
So that's not hard.
That's not hard.
It's not hard.
Unless the patient now.
What is the size of this scope?
This is a 22 French.
Does
So
it have
my youngest patient was 18 years.
Yeah.
The oldest around 93 years. So any adult patient
Any adult patient
can be used. Very easy for females. I don't hesitate with the females with this because it's not a problem.
another size, a smaller size? Or?
I don't think so. This is like the only one they have. Actually, they haven't even commercialized it yet. But for those interested, I think they are taking numbers and WhatsApp number, and then they can always contact them through WhatsApp.
Bladder.
Is in the bladder. I can see the left ureteric orifice, and the right one is on this side. Okay. There you go. Okay. So you can just come up with your way that you want to visualize the bladder. For me, I look for the trigone first, look for the ureteric orifices. There's a way we classify how they look. They have different shapes in different people. Okay, so they are. Then I look broad. I mean, wholly at how the whole of the bladder looks. And whether there's any debris, any areas of inflammation. Then you can start with the right wall, going all the way the posterior wall, the left lateral wall, then look at the dome. Okay. You're also supposed to, in some patients, to assess like what is the capacity of that bladder, how much is it supposed to hold, trabeculations within the bladder. There are a lot of things that you can be able to observe. Okay. Yeah. So that's great.
What was the patient feedback from the experience?
Good question. None of them did I ask. they just knew they were scoped and
Maybe we can.
If you use like xylocaine or something,
I use xylocaine, 2%. Okay, and you put a lot of it. Okay.
You put it.
Especially the gentlemen, the male patients find it a little bit uncomfortable.
No, okay.
Yes.
For the female.
Yes. Female, not that much. That's great. Don't worry. That's a pathology in that urethra. There's a membrane somewhere. I don't know.
Can you like do biopsies with this thing? Not yet.
They have a forceps for biopsies, just a small patch biopsies.
Yeah, like just. Your personal experience on that?
With biopsies, I really do. I found out that I cannot be able to do good biopsies in a patient who is not under GA, and most of the pathologies that I see, basically they are like, if you see a mass, then the next thing I want to do at URBT, do a good resection, include the muscle. So those ones I just quickly convert and advise them on at URBT. Because for a bladder mass, if you are thinking it's a malignancy, it's not useful to do just a biopsy. You have to do a biopsy and include the muscle.
Yeah.
Okay, so a good resection, including the muscle, because you want to know whether it's muscle invasive or non-muscle invasive. So I'm usually very reluctant to just do a biopsy. Now, for those patients that you think they have cystitis and all that, even for them, you remember it's going to do multiple biopsies within the bladder.
Yeah.
So I don't straight go for biopsies.
So mostly this is just for a quick outpatient.
Yes, yes.
So now if you see something positive now in the life.
Does it take for you to do the examination and finish? It depends on what they
Yes. Yes, chapter. Hey, welcome. Hey, come and take over. Yes, you're doing office. You're doing a cystoscopy on a bladder that is rectangular. Yes. This is a urologist from Mombasa, yeah. It's my colleague, yes.
The device itself is just this.
I think it's the inner part.
Yeah, that's the inner part. You just disconnect it. Yes, just this. In the usual setting, the telescope comes with where you need a camera to connect with a camera, but this one now is one thing. So usually, even cleaning this, not difficult. We clean and put all of them in Syndex.
So is it clearer
Yes.
with the phone or with the laptop? I think it would be easier with the phone. I would feel.
We can also demonstrate. We can try with the phone. I found it to be a bit clearer with the phone.
Yeah, I feel because the screen.
The
Of
screen,
the phone, yeah, the resolution of the phone.
Yes, but I think even this, the laptop is it's not a powerful machine.
Guys, requesting you to move on to the next table.
Yes.
So,
So usually we want to hold it like this, and then
on the VRiMS side, we've got 5 stations. So if you want to move on to the next station, the table leads just make sure that there is rotation on the journey.
So as you had said, so you want to not to traumatize the meatus, so you'll do it like that. You get in, then you rotate. Okay. Yes. And then you go in. Very good. Don't worry, that's a problem with the model. The lumen is supposed to be wide. Okay. Yes. So yeah. So yeah, we want this to be in the center. Yes. There. Yeah. Exactly. Go slowly. Go. Just go. So there you. Yes. So go down. The bladder is up. This is a model. If you come. Yes. Wonderful. Go down. Some delay. It's taking time. So those are your trigons, the posterior wall.
I'm retracting to see the trigon.
Oh, you want to see the trigon? So come out. There is that card delay. Just come out. And then, yes, take it up, take it up, take it, go. It just
Yeah, because I'm trying to see
there,
the
just hold. Go in again, just a little bit. Then swing the camera up. No, So you have to look down.
So I'm...
Wait for it, wait for it. There.
Okay,
The movement has to be very slow, okay?
So to look at the other side, I'm turning the camera?
Yes, you can just withdraw and...
it's a zero.
You I don't know, yes.
Wall, but I don't know, left, right wall.
Right wall. Yes.
Oh yeah.
That will be the left wall there, so...
Okay. I've gone beyond the box.
Very controlled. No, it's yeah, you just need to come down, withdraw a bit, and come down. Okay. Very, very gentle movements. Okay.
There is a slight lag.
Yeah, there's lag. There's lag.
When you get used to it,
when you get used to it, it becomes the dome. So for the dome, yes. So now go inside a little bit.
All right.
Yes. Yes. Okay. And always when you are coming out, always come out gently also, looking again. Okay? So this gentleman doesn't have a prostate. I didn't see it. But so when you are visualizing in a non-model in real life, I think it's easier. It's okay. So let me. Oh, Yatan, you are here.
No, I just came.
You've just come.
Yeah, you can just answer to. But you can.
You are here. You can.
Okay. Brief so you can all be on the same page.
Yes. So it's a laptop cystoscopy, and basically there are two other maybe forms of cystoscopy: the rigid cystoscopy and the flexible cystoscopy. Now the flexible cystoscopy, you have the fiber and the videoscope. Okay, those are high-end, very expensive, very hard to get in the market. You need a lot of hardware, you need a camera, you need a light source, you need a tower for you to be able to do that, okay? And that means that it becomes very difficult for you to do routine cystoscopies in the office unless you have all that stuff. You have to invest heavily, or in the outpatient setting, okay? And we know that even our hospitals are struggling even with basic laparoscopy towers, okay? So this kind of cystoscopy comes in key for, especially for diagnosis and small therapeutic procedures, just more so in the office setting. We don't need anesthesia other than here, your KY jelly, maybe with the lignocaine that you can be able to replicate the urethra. You need irrigation, continuous irrigation with saline, like we do with all urological procedures, okay? So this is a new invention, and just need these two. This is a sheath, 22 French, okay? Just like catheters, you have 18, you have 20, so this is 22. So which means that for most adults, it's adequate, okay? So you connect it to your laptop, all right? Or there's a provision for you to connect it to your phone. You can even use it with your phone, all right? So that you can be able to see or visualize the image. So basically what I was telling the other groups is that if you look at the image, it means that if you're going to look at the bladder, then you have to, the cystoscope needs to be oriented like that, okay? Otherwise, if I turn it upside down, you can see what happens. We are all upside down, isn't it? Okay, so if you are going to look for your trigones, which are going to give you an orientation on where you are in the bladder, then you need to keep your cystoscope like this, all right? So basically when you are doing the cystoscopy, you also don't want to, the meatus is one of the narrowest, or the narrowest part of the urethra, so you don't want to traumatize it, okay? So that's why it has a bulb here, and you'll use that to press, okay, and get in. For some other cystoscopes, you find that they have an obturator that you'll use to gain good access to the urethra. So once you go there, then you have to turn your scope like that, keep the lumen in the middle, and then you keep going, okay? So this laptop cystoscopy has some bit of delay, and so you don't go immediately, otherwise you'll get lost. And it's not advisable in any endoscopic procedure for you not to be able to visualize where you are, all right? So be patient, okay? Be patient as try to gain your access, all right? So there's a membrane in that urethra. So you go in. Yes.
Can you start again from the beginning? Would that be okay?
Okay.
2 minutes? Okay.
All right.
Sorry.
Is the battery good?
No, it's
better
perfect
now?
now.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. So welcome to this cystoscopy demonstration. So what we have here is a laptop cystoscope. We know that there are other forms of cystoscopes. So you can have the usual rigid cystoscope. You can have the flexible cystoscope. Okay, both of those ones are the commonly ones that we know, and for those ones you need the hardware that comes with a tower, the usual laparoscopy tower. Okay, a right source, a camera, then you have a telescope, and the other working sheaths. So if you are going to do a laparoscopy, I mean a cystoscopy, it means that it's a very expensive adventure, because a tower costs money, it costs a lot. The cameras and all that, and we know that a telescope, okay, for the ones that we use for either urology or laparoscopy, they're also a bit expensive. You're not going to get any telescope for less than $500,000 Kenya shillings, okay? But now with this laptop cystoscopy, these are a very simple and well innovated device that you need to just use your laptop. There's a right and a camera in the middle, okay? and a working sheath.
Just a minute. Where's the camera?
Okay, it's in the, let me just reduce the right.
Here.
Yes, it's in the middle of that rod and the right. You can see I'm adjusting the right, okay? Yes. So you connect it, and you need an elegant, you need to run fluid, either distilled water, or you need, usually I use normal saline, whereby you connect it to one of the inlet and outlet, because it will go into the bladder and it will come out. For urological procedures and urology procedures, you need saline to be running continuously, okay? So this is the laptop cystoscope. Personally, I have an experience with it because I've used it for almost 1 year now, and I've been able to do a number of procedures. I have the benefit of being able to use even the other forms of cystoscopies, the flexible cystoscopy and other rigid cystoscopies. Now, the beauty of this is that I'm able to do it even in my office, okay? Or if I work in an outpatient setting, sometimes I'm able to do it. Because all that I need is a place where I can be able to put the patient relatively in a lithotomy position, and a KY jelly, and 1 or 2 just drapes. So very basic, okay? So for this particular one, you need to understand the settings. And what I've been telling the other groups that it's still an innovation that is ongoing, okay? So for most of the cystoscopes that we use, they are either in 12 degree, 0 degree, or 30 degree. But for us urologists, we love the 30 degree, especially if you want to visualize the bladder tumors and the area of the trigon. If I'm going for the TRPs, the prostate, I love using the 12 degree, okay? But I don't have a 0 degree. So maybe that's one of the modifications that is going to come with this, and I have heard the innovators saying that they are working on it to give us a 30 degree, okay? So the most important thing with this is that is the orientation, all right? You have to know how to orientate your scope, and secondly, it has some delay in the image, and that's why I was like, if you look at what the camera is giving us, so if I turn it, I've already turned, but you can see it's still turning over there, okay? So if you go with a camera like this, it means that you'll be visualizing your anatomy upside down, all right? So that's why we are going with the scope like this, so that you get oriented on where exactly you are, okay? So I was demonstrating how do you get into this male urethra as you are doing your cystourethropy. For you to be able to access the urethral meatus, okay, you see this, it has a bulb here, just like with all the cystoscopes, okay? This is meant to protect the external urethral meatus. So you expand the meatus, place the telescope there, you get in, okay, and then you turn your scope. You keep your anatomy in the middle, and then you progressively advance your cystoscope, okay, keeping the image in the middle of your screen, okay. Don't worry about that membrane you are seeing in the urethra. So yeah, sorry. So this is the delay we are talking about. You advance your scope as you visualize your urethra. So for some, you can be able to pick strictures. Those ones we have seen many in the office. Sometimes you have been able to see some urethral varices. Obviously for males, then you also look at the prostate, and you can be able to pick those men with enlarged prostate, because you'll find the lateral lobes maybe kissing. You'll be able to find the middle an enlarged or protrusion of the intravesical protrusion of the middle lobe. Okay. So obviously this is a model. We don't have a prostate, but we have marked the ureteric orifices. So that's what we are seeing now. So that's the middle of the trigone. Number 3 is the right ureteric orifice, and 2 is the left. Okay. Then you look at the posterior wall of the bladder. Then the lateral wall. That's the right lateral wall. So one thing is, I think you have to be very patient with this, with the laptop cystoscope, so that you can, because of that delay in bringing the image, okay, and then the dome, okay. So it's a very good, for me I would say that it's a very good for quick obvious diagnosis, okay, and especially for those patients that like have a stent, you can be able to remove a stent because you have a working channel. You can be able to visualize some pathologies and then make a good plan for the patient, okay. Yes, you can take a biopsy. I was discussing with the other group that I don't take biopsies as such because most of the patients that I've seen have a mass in the blood, and you realize that if you want to take a blood biopsy, especially when you are suspecting a malignancy, you need to include the muscle. So those are patients you see and you plan for TURBT, transideral resection of the bladder tumor, so that you can resect the whole tumor, include the muscle, and be able to see whether you have an invasive, muscle invasive or non-muscle invasive bladder tumor. Other patients that you may want to take multiple biopsies, okay, which may be a little bit traumatic. So, but ideally you can take a biopsy, okay. Yes. So you got that? Yes. How do you turn it upside? Yes, you started with it like that. And you also amazing. Yeah, it was a donation from them. I didn't buy, but it's costing like maybe is it $100,000? Cost you 100,000, between 100 and 120. Yes. They will not give you the laptop. They'll give you this together with some accessories, the forceps and the punch. Yeah, those ones for biopsy. The grasper and the one for the punch biopsy.
A bit of resistance, huh?
Yes. Show us the trigone of it. Yeah, there you go. What's coming from Moi? I saw. You can register here for those interested. for more information on the laptop cystoscopy. Yes, I have.
Like a learning center or just personal?
I use it, but also with my COSEXA residents. But I use it more also in my office. With this one, you can just make a diagnosis. you cannot be able to handle this is because if you're going to do a DVIU, then you'll need the Collins knife. As I said, it can't work with just this system. Yes.
Kuna free time kidogo.
Yeah.
Kuna free time kidogo.
Lazima tuonane. I'm the one holding this class.
Oh, no problem.
Hey.
No problem. Enjoy.
Yeah.
See you, agent.
Hey. Let me. Once I finish, I'm even feeling tired. I want to give a guide to handle it.
So the lumen coming out.
It's coming out.
Thanks.
Karibu dog. You have given your.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Nimekushakwa faculty.
I was in the faculty actually. I'm the champion of this. Yes, it's a recorder. Sorry. Yes, very well. You're doing well. You haven't turned it, so that's why it appears like either that way will be. I guess it's supposed to be like this. Okay. Just wait for it. Just hold on a bit. Just hold on a bit. Okay. Yes, up. So you go like that, and then you advance. You can go on. Okay. Slowly. Keep the lumen in the middle. Stretch it a little bit. Yes. Yes, exactly. Go.
Hey, how are you? I'm well, how are you?
Daktari, you are in
2018.
which courses center?
Oh, great. Where are you now?
Meru.
That's far for us.
Where are you?
Oh, that's
How's the program?
But my hometown is depend on you a lot, Marsabit.
Yes. I'm the doctor from Marsabit. So that is you get the trigon. Don't worry, it's a model.
Stress for me.
I don't know what has happened.
Unfortunately, the one will be manning there.
I will be sending you patient now.
So this is yes. So
central.
you need to make it central. Slowly. Once you it moves. Yeah, there you go.
So number one
yes.
is the central.
Number one is the central. Number two, number three. Yeah. One is central. This is the right uretary orifice, and the left
Central.
is central. Then you see the left.
For TURPs.
Yes.
That's where they should avoid.
Yes, yes, we always. This one doesn't have a prostate. So you have seen the posterior one?
We have the two at your building, actually three. As Mekoma for the last
It's a bit slow. There's some delay.
So everybody is looking forward to have the next rotation done. So would request the rim side to go on the next table, and on the other side as well, look forward to the next table right now. Thank you.
That should be the bladder area.
Yeah, this is. Sorry?
I'm saying that's the bladder area.
Yeah, yeah, this is the bladder. Okay, so the bladder usually look at it in a different way, like when you are doing a cystoscope. Okay, you have to look at the bladder neck. Immediately you hit the prostate. Okay, let me say there are few things that are missing. You go in the urethra. Okay, you find the sphincter. Okay, then the verumontanum, the lobes of the prostate, the bladder neck. Okay, now from the bladder neck you look at the trigone area, all right, and visualize the ureteric orifices. You understand? Then you have to look at the bladder, the whole of the bladder, and then you have to divide it like into the posterior wall, the lateral walls, and the dome of the bladder. Okay, so all those areas you want to, especially when you're assessing for tumors, any pathology, you have to record. And if you have to draw a diagram for you to say you did a cystoscopy, then you have to comment either those areas were essentially normal. Yes. So this being a model, you may not be able to see the bladder neck, not be able to see the prostate, and parts of the urethra like the verumontanum. Okay. Yeah.
So when you're going to do maybe other interventional procedures, you need a couple more instruments, or just
Yes. So for other urological procedures, this one is basically diagnostic. Okay. The only interventional procedure that I can say I've been able to do is remove stents, which I have put myself. Okay. Yes. But in the world of urology, cystoscopy is very basic. But if you're going to resect the prostate, then you need a lot of other attachments for this.
So this station was purely cystoscopy?
Purely cystoscopy.
And these are to connect with that?
This, yeah, is connected to that, and I think there you can see the guy navigating the urethra there is You're still running endoscopy. That's I can that's the first thing people struggle with.
You can use your laptop.
Yeah, that's using the laptop. That's the whole concept.
Today.
Yeah, the concept is.
You can use your laptop.
Yeah, so you don't need the camera, you don't need the right source, you don't need the tower.
Yeah.
So this one you just use your laptop or last Type-C phone. I can connect it to my phone and then.
How are you going to make sure that the bladder you irrigate the bladder?
It has channels for irrigation. Okay. Yes. So you.
You can irrigate.
Just a normal USB. Yes.
A normal USB to. Okay.
You can connect it to. No, let me show you. Let me show you. Because I carried mine. So that one is connected to That one is connected to the screen there.
Which one?
This one. That's why you are not able to. But this is the one that I use.
What's the average cost?
The average cost, you're still working on it. You leave us with your number, and then they can be able to communicate. But it could be about 100K or so.
That is the left rotary golf.
For this, that has
one is the center.
It is connected like this.
Then
It comes connected like that.
Yes.
You have to irrigate, right?
So there you go.
Yes,
you have to irrigate. For endourology procedures, you have to irrigate. So this is.
Yeah. Very nice camera.
Okay. And you can always adjust. You can always adjust just to be able to, just like you do.
Adjusting what? The lights?
Yeah, just like you do.
Clarity.
The clarity. Just like you do white balance, or you adjust the, what you call the contrast in your screen. You can be able to adjust to that.
Even in the endoscopy tower, same way you want to adjust?
Yes.
Okay.
But the thing is, when you're using the laptop, that transfer time, you have to be patient with it. It's not as immediate as.
Yes.
That is
that
what I'm
delay.
saying.
There's a delay. Yes.
There's a delay.
The Wi-Fi?
No. It's not using Wi-Fi.
It's going pretty
So
fast.
I told you it's
This one is written.
I told you it's because this is an old machine as well.
This one is pretty fast.
So the processor, the processor is.
This one is fast.
Yes.
It's very clear.
It should be direct transmission, isn't it?
Huh?
It's just direct transmission.
Yes.
To be internet, so.
No, it's not using internet.
Yeah, so I think there shouldn't be a lag.
It's like.
So this is the main thing. This cable here.
Yes. That's the main thing.
Like an endoscope, a fibroscope, but now it's rigid.
Exactly.
You bypass it,
Una bypass here, it becomes a.
That's the old tower. As times go by. There'll be things. There'll be things you
just
be moving with your things.
In your bag. Your bag, you're carrying everything.
You don't have to carry the whole. Oh, this is for.
Yes, sir.
That one,
This is cystoscopy.
Cystoscopy.
Yes.
What's exciting about this cystoscopy?
What's
not
exciting?
a laptop.
This is using this.
That is excitement.
That's exciting.
Also excited.
Look at this.
You see it.
You guys know, do you know the neurendoscope? The first neurendoscope was a cystoscope.
Yeah.
Are you guys aware of that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
the first invasive whatever was a cystoscope. Yeah.
The guy saw the cystoscope, he whatever did, he recorded it in the brain. And then he just changed the dimensions.
Yeah.
So we stole it from
It actually started with everything started with a cystoscope.
Yes.
Yes. It's all minimally invasive. If you go to if you read the texts, the very first guys did a cystoscope.
There was no way to access.
And a colonoscopy. Those were the two.
So you never find a clinic.
The guy was a military surgeon. Yes.
You just
examine your.
Yes.
This does not give ports for instruments. For instrumentation.
This one. You can just this one. You can. I have removed stents with that. Yes.
Oh, this is really functional. This is theoretical.
It's not theoretical.
You've removed that. Or just pulling it out.
You can go do for me one right now.
Mike,
Lie down here. Free of charge.
I've already done 44. I've done 44 cases.
Too small.
With this. Yeah. I've done 40.
Yeah, right.
I've done 44 cases, so it's not.
That's what I meant.
It's not theoretical.
Okay.
Yes. I've had this one since July last year, so.
Okay.
Yes.
10 years.
Very interesting.
Very different.
No, if you go this route, medicine will be very, especially surgery. Surgical intervention will be affordable and accessible.
If you do this, we are right opposite the guys for the tower. So.
We basically
no, laparoscopy is going to get much cheaper to do.
But you see, nyaga nyinyi mlikuwa mnakubalishwa kufanya nini? Even kuguza the towers in Kenyatta. You see, that was a big, it was a taboo.
It was a taboo.
No, tower can hit.
For us, when we started out, there was a panorama.
Even Prof. Johnny couldn't allow KK. KK to touch it.
Even diathermy was a big thing. When I was an undergraduate, diathermy.
You know when you say sounds in this, my was drama.
No, remember even mastectomy, mna prepare a day before. Kila mtu anajua kuna ceremony.
Yeah, there's a big thing called a mastectomy.
Big thing, man.
That is supposed to be done.
Crazy. Na APR. Na watu walikuwa naosha mgojo huko mpaka na homo.
Maenemas,
Enemas. No, science has revolutionized kila kitu.
Robotics?
Yo, sahau. South Africa hajanunua, but it's supposed to be, what now they are trying to do is the virtual whatever is supposed to make cheap machines. Because robotic, the cost of investment of a robotic is the biggest problem.
It's getting cheaper because remember the only robot we have had is the Da Vinci. And then what happened is that they are 10-year, what do you call it? Patents is so there are many now in the market. But I'm sure in the next 2 years there will be a robot in Kenya, because I remember two guys, urologists, Professor Mugai, was in Dubai the other day. And he was telling me he has already worked out on the cost. So go to your Play Store.
You need a software
and download the USB camera. Download this. It's called the USB camera.
Oh, you download
in your Play Store.
Play Store. What? This is amazing. USB camera.
Yes.
Nimeona kila mahali. KY ndio imeisha. Hii kitu imekuwa stuck.
KY imeisha. Situmie cell line.
Mamate. Na kuingia na kutoka inaanzia I guess it's the material.
Just a minute.
Oh, okay.
There's something else.
I think they're demystifying hii mambo, lazima sijui kwa itoke wapi.
Bali Alibaba aliacha kusufuriwa.
What? Huh?
finding that you need to have too much delay.
Huh?
This laptop, because mine. You see,
you have an i7, but maybe it's full of things.
No, I'm saying from this laptop. Mine, the one the one I use doesn't have that
Even
delay.
the clarity is different. You see, this is very clear.
It's usually very clear, but when I come here, it's so different. Yeah.
So,
mine is better than yours. Yes.
What is this that you have on here? Is that a microphone?
Yes.
Your laptop. This laptop or not?
Yeah, this laptop is.
These are the 3D ones that we are seeing over there.
Yes.
The 360 they call them.
Yes. Oh, you are seeing them over there. I don't know. So I should put this microphone off. I want to hand over the microphone to you.
How do I say?
How do you say until you? So you don't rotate. Keep your camera like that.
What are the components? You have separate components or only?
No.
Maybe I got it.
Yours is even better. Yours is even better. The phone. So you want to see which one?
I want to see the dome.
Okay. So what is?
What are the components are important?
The imaging unit is not here, supporting the imaging unit with the camera. So this is the lead. So now we have a 5-meter lead and the engine is tip, which is about 2 centimeters. And that is basically the imaging unit.
That's all.
That's not very important.
And the rest of the thing is all locally available.
This one,
the sheet and
so we have an outer sheet, and inside we have the staff inside which the
this camera is not available in Korea.
Korea.
I'll have to check because the quality which we have is much better.
Is it? I can look it up and see.
Was it having these interruptions?
Some phones I've seen it's when there is a normal setting, there are some interruptions.
Camera will have a small reflection the wire. Then we buy what is called the
That's the left.
So then we take it out and modify it, right? This camera, 60 cameras.
And to be able to do the cystoscopy, you will need the outer sheet, which you can see now. So it's the imaging unit along with the staff fits into this outer sheet. And the sheets are set.
I'm interested. I like it. Cystoscopy, I like it a lot.
This also will take it out in the 1 meter.
No, the bridge actually comes with another docking station here, similar to this.
So that you have to take it
the
out.
telescope fits here, the rocket here, and this together hook up the outer. Well, what we've done is we've done away with that bridge, the docking bridge, and we just insert the camera and assemble it.
What are the options to make it more sophisticated? If you want to make it more sophisticated.
See, one more thing is that if it to make it similar to the cystoscope and the telescope, then we can do other surgeries also with it. Now we can do only the cystoscopy. If you want to do EIU and the resectoscope and all that, then we need to make another one which is similar to the telescope.
So what we have when we go, we have a lot of importers for these things who buy in bulk. So if I know the component details and all, the specifications, it's already available in Delhi, most of the components. People are buying for tenders. So you might not even need to import it also. Because they're doing it for tenders in the bulk.
Oh, okay.
share the specifications with you. Yes.
Yes, so when you we give it along with biopsy forces, bug-bay electrode, graspers, then the things for washing blood clots, all the time together.
But the thing is, at the end of the day, those guys will be importing the devices.
It's not your botheration, no. You're getting a better quality. You just need to reset it and sell it. You don't need to assemble it. There's a difference. No import required, no assembling required. You just need to reset it as per your requirements. Now everything you are doing bits and parts. So there's no standardization. I am talking about standardization to make your life easy.
So, from the chip till the port, it's one device. That's what we are saying.
So actually, end of the day, you have to give a solution so that even something happens, it is serviceable. Because if there are a lot of components involved, service becomes a problem. Got my point? See, what we did in a race device was, University of Leeds was against the box. It will increase the cost. Now, they are advocating that the box is an added advantage. You understand? You have to transport, you have to keep, you have to wash. One nut lost is the whole device gone. So when you bundle it, it really has a value. People will pay 10% extra. The guy who can pay $100 can pay $105. It is our perception. But when you sell it in a proper box, like all endoscopy and all, it comes in a very sophisticated box. So when you sell it in a box, properly labeled, properly with instructions of use, small catalog, and a pen drive, it makes a difference.
We'll work on that.
You understand what I'm saying?
I got it.
Instructions of use, how to assemble, how to
we have a
troubleshoot.
Operating manual kind of thing. Maybe a disk with the software.
Very risky,
packaging.
I perforated the urethra.
Thank you.
We have some friends who are doing this in Delhi. Okay. So, but they are doing only in wholesale. They are not selling it to retail market, and they are doing only army or railway business. The turnover is huge. They usually don't give to Indians because then they will dilute the market. But we can always ask them.
I'll try to put together as much of the specifications as I can source, and I'll send it on.
I think workshop is almost over. Everybody is just passing time now. Gossip. This is a gossip time.
Yes, 3:30.
I don't think there'll be any time to rest now. I think 5 o'clock is the departure.
5 o'clock is departure.
Yeah, 5:15 they said.
It will be 6 only like yesterday. Those who come early will be struggling in the bus. At least half an hour in the room can make a difference.
And I don't see anyway. Point in starting at 7 says come here at 7. Finally started at 8:30.
No, morning I knew. I came at
You
8
came at
only.
10.
I know. 7 o'clock, who will be here? Yeah? Why would a delegate come at 7 o'clock? So I came exactly at 8:10. I came, I said hello to everybody, and then I had breakfast.
Oh, you came and then?
See, 28 years last, I have seen all these things. See, only in America and Europe.
Yeah, right.
They start at the time they get. They will not mind whether you are here or not. Even with 4 delegates, they will start the conference. But the house will be full. Always.
No, I once remember they were collecting all of us. One person is 1 minute late. You could see him walking there. They refused to stop the bus. They said you should have been here 2 minutes earlier if you wanted to get in. They went.
And when they send an email to the delegates, if you miss the bus, come to the next stop on your own. On your own. Here, Yesterday, Noel was waiting, 4 more people. And they were sitting in the sofas, not even bothered.
So this is more like.
I think we are done now.
Yeah. Maybe we can go and rest and come back.
That's the best way.
Yeah, there's nothing to do.
Nothing to do here. Just pack your
Oh, you want to
things.
finish the papers, work with them?
No,
You
in
have
the
the computer.
evening we have sufficient time. I don't drink, so I'll have more time. I am a totally non-drinker.
You
So I
are
have
able
more
to
time.
charge it?
Yeah, it's charging. Let me check this and see.
You got both the numbers, no? Yes.
So you don't need the light source.
You don't need the light source, you don't need the
that
camera,
monitor,
you don't need the monitor,
you
all
don't need
in.
What?
In fact, you don't even need it.
But do the instruments?
Yeah, you can go. That's it. This is for passing the guide wire, grasper, all those things. So instruments can go through this.
Wow, just that, and you have everything.
So
You can do a TURP.
No, not TURP.
No, you can't.
This is for diagnostic cystoscopies, double J stenting, passing guide wire, dilating the strictures, most of the lower track work. TURP, because there is a little bit of delay there.
Yeah.
So we won't like.
Yeah. But it's a very, I think it's beautiful for especially diagnostics.
And see, bladder tumors,
Yeah.
once you do the main resection, there will be some little bit of recurrence. So you can pass the electrode and burn that recurrence.
Okay.
So all those things are possible.
Okay.
But then it costs 1/20th of the standard cystoscope.
How much is that?
It costs about $1,000.
10,000.
One.
$1,000.
Even little less. But then that was all the accessories.
Where is
Queso is helping them.
Oh, I think he's standing there.
Yeah.
How different is this camera and that camera?
It'll be the same quality, same camera.
How have they developed? Did you see that? You must see how they have developed, no?
No, that's it. They're going to see.
Oh, sorry, are you going? Can I try?
Yeah, sure. No, but I don't know how they're planning to connect it to the telescope and all
So
that.
you must see that, no?
Yeah.
Because if it's
prototype tower. Our target is the resource setting, so that is hospitals in rural areas or hospitals that may not be able to acquire a laparoscopy tower. What we've done, we've concentrated on the two big the laparoscopy tower, that is the imaging and the illumination system. Imaging and illumination system.
Okay.
We've combined them into one.
Telescope.
So the scope, given this is the first prototype, we haven't created that interface. This is a minimal viable product for proof of concept, but future prototypes will give you that interface. Whichever angle you need to be able to
Oh, so that you have not developed it.
We haven't. This is our prototype.
this is the initial stage.
This is the initial stage. We created it in less than 30 days to just have proof of concept. So as you can see, we have a compact unit. We use a basic webcam. These are locally sourced components, given that we're students.
So ordinary webcam, 2M. What do we use in laptop?
For today, we didn't have a monitor we could use to display. That's why we used our laptop. But system can be adopted into.
No, is the camera similar to the one in the
webcam.
Webcam.
The detachable webcam.
Okay.
And so if you look at the interface, our camera will have the following functions. If you need to freeze your live, a continuous live feed of the site. If you need to capture an image,
But how do you plan to attach to the eyepiece? Attach this to the eyepiece of the camera.
Maybe to comment on that, we have designs, we have 3D designs. Working with low budget. So we were not in a position to fabricate the design that you had. But you have a vision whereby you can.
Yeah, because see what happens is that the images that you get from the eyepiece of the scope is different from the outside image.
Exactly.
So the focal length varies.
Exactly.
So how do you adapt that to this?
Okay. Normally,
This is just a prototype, I think.
Normally, what happens there, we have a system of rod lenses. They sort of transmit.
Yeah, this, you'll have the picture here, which is at a different focal length from. See, the picture outside is what the camera gives. But if we just put, say, scope to say, you have a. Is that a webcam?
Yes, this has a camera.
So then, if this is the thing. Say, if you put a, it may not take the image. So we need to have an adapter to do it.
Yes, but with future
You're planning to do it.
developments, yeah, we'll do that.
So you're engineers or you're?
We're biomedical engineering students.
Okay.
This is just
Good.
prototype one. We plan to start designs. We're open
So
to
we need an.
collaborations.
Okay, sure.
You could maybe just take an image.
Yeah, good. That's also frugal.
Any suggestions? Given that we're engineers, we're working from the point of electronics. That's why we've come here today to get suggestions.
So if you need any help with the thing, contact me. I'll give you my email so you can.
Yeah, sure. Just right there.
I think so. You may not. You can rewrite it if you would like. Okay. jgn@gmail.com. Okay. Thank you. Sure. Well, anything you need, you write to me. Thank you. See what's happening. So are you sort of removing everything or? Okay. Then I think.
We bought everyone like African shirts. We got everyone at one.
Ganaraj, sorry to interrupt. Can I put this on you and film it from the start?
You want again?
Can I?
Okay,
Is that okay?
Sure.
Because this is a good demonstration. I want to get it on recorded. And you can be a good student.
Okay. But we need a little bit of lubricant. What happened to that oil? There was a little bit of oil somewhere, no? One cup had got some oil. I don't know where it went. So just start. Okay. So how you hold is like this, because this is allows very comfortable, easy.
Come this way for the camera.
Okay. So this allows easy movement of the wrist so that you can turn whichever way you want. If you hold it like this, the movement's not comfortable. So you need to realize that the urethra is like this, the shape. It goes first the penile urethra, then the bulbar urethra, then prostatic, then the bladder is like this. So first thing is to do, hold the penis like this, and then use the thumb and index finger to separate the meatus. This is the smoothest portion of the scope. So if you feel it like this, it will cause injury. So you don't want to push anything. And the meatus is the narrowest part of the urethra. So we try and go through it here like this. And then once it goes in, then you can turn, rotate, come back to 12 o'clock position. So then you should see the lumen. And keep pushing only when you see the lumen. And these two fingers can be used to stretch the penis so that the lumen is visible. And then once you come where the urethra turns, again you can slowly move, and then you need to keep the scope as far as possible at the center of the lumen. So once you enter the bladder, the first structure you will see is the interureteric ridge. So that's the posterior wall, is interureteric ridge. Then if you trace to either side, you can see the ureteric orifice. And then if you go further, you can see the dome of the bladder. So you can come back to the interureteric ridge and then turn to see the right side, right lateral wall. So you can see the right lateral wall, and then again come back, then turn to see the left lateral wall. I think the pictures where they marked it, they're supposed to mark left. I think maybe moved there. There's some lag there. What does it here? There is left lateral wall, you can see. Yeah. And then if you want to see the dome, anterior wall, you can just turn the scope and then press and see. Then taking it out, again the same thing. Come back, under vision, then when you reach the bulbar urethra, turn again, take it out under vision. You can try now.
Thank you. So it's this position, except I
Yeah.
rotate it to put it in.
Yeah. Now this, open.
Like that?
Yeah. Then once you go in, turn. Yeah. Then if you see, you have to see the lumen. Not these. You have to sort of pull the penis. Then only you'll see the lumen. Then we have to push.
So,
Yeah.
I'm not a surgeon, of course. So, is this used for like examination?
Yeah. Examination of the bladder. If you can see the urethra, if there are any strictures, any stones, any tumors, prostate. you can also use it for minor procedures.
Okay.
Like double J stenting, stent removal.
Okay.
So
So this like is the innovation like with the camera.
Okay. See, normally what happens is that people don't use what was technologies are available earlier.
Right.
So earlier we had the telescope, which was used for passing a light from the light source into the bladder and seeing. So cameras were not there. So we are seeing directly through the telescope. But then when they wanted to add cameras, they just added a camera so that you can see from the eyepiece of the telescope. But then when you are seeing with the camera and the eyepiece and in the monitor, you don't actually need the telescope.
Right.
The telescope is expensive. It's almost $2,000 to $3,000. But it's not necessary. So now we have put the camera at the tip of the cystoscope so that you can directly get the message. We are not going to see directly.
Yeah. Okay. And so this also you developed with leads?
No, this we developed earlier.
Okay.
So before leads we worked mainly with the gasless device. So now what we are trying to do is with leads and Delft we are trying to add more light to it. So that we can do laparoscopy surgery with this. See, otherwise now what happens with gasless, it replaces only the gas insufflation. But you still need the telescope, the tower, all those things are very expensive, way beyond many of the rural hospitals. So now we have a gasless device and the camera system like this, then we can do laparoscopy surgery. But then we need to do further research because we had done diagnostic laparoscopic with just a cystoscope. Images are good enough for diagnosis. But then if we add more light, then the image becomes better. So we are planning to add more light. Then also we need to work out about temperature. Here urology we use irrigating fluid. So the temperature doesn't matter because it will be washed away or whatever, the heat will be diluted. But then laparoscopy, we need to sort of measure the temperatures to see till what level it is. And
is this LED light or?
Yeah, LED light.
It must be low temperature. Must be low temperature.
Yeah, but then still have to find out. We have to make sure it is within the normal limit.
And so currently, like, is this like you're distributing this already?
No, laptops actually government gave us a little bit of grant, so we formed a company to manufacture and sell and all that. But then all these things, once it becomes commercial, then it comes to bribing. We don't know how to bribe. So all the cameras we ordered. Yeah, sure, you can go ahead. So the 25 cameras we imported is still with the customs. 6 cystoscopes we exported are still with the customs. Yeah.
So this grant was from the Indian government? Indian government grant?
So even though it is a government grant, and government also we can't say that we gave so much bribe. So it is a government thing. So now the thing is, since after they realized it is a government grant, so once they said no, they can't say yes again. And they can't ask for bribe, so it's we don't know really what to do.
We face the same challenges in getting devices into India. It's right. Okay, great. Thank you.
Oh. See, just 1 minute. See, the way to hold the cystoscope is like this, so that you can comfortably learn. Say, if you want to follow the light or curve like this, if you hold it like this, it's easier. If you do like this, it's not so easy. The movements are not comfortable, so you hold it like this. And then the penis you hold like this with these 2 fingers. Then use the thumb and index finger to separate the meatus. And then, see, you show your finger. See, here it pokes. But here, it doesn't poke. It's smooth. So whenever you want to introduce something, especially under local anesthesia, you don't want to poke the people. So you introduce like that, gently slide. Then once you go in, this is the 12 o'clock position. So you hold like this.
Okay.
So you need to see the lumen. So you need to move both either the penis or the scope to get into the middle of the urethra. Then slowly keep pushing it. Otherwise, what happens if you push against the wall, say you will bend and it will cause injury.
Yeah.
So if you want to see, you need to sort of pull it with these two fingers, go in, and then you need to wait. If you can't see, wait till you see clearly.
Lumen.
Yeah. And then once you see the lumen, then you need to sort of go. So once you enter the bladder, first thing you're supposed to see is the interureteric ridge. There is some delay here because the laptop is not good. So usually there's not so much delay. So then you turn to either side, follow the ridge, the orifice. Then you can go and see the posterior wall and the dome. Posterior wall and the dome. Okay.
So this is basically for diagnostics.
Yeah. See, this is not sliding easily because we need some lubrication.
Yeah.
I don't know, we had some oil which is not there. Okay. And then you come back to the interureteric ridge, and then you turn to the right to see the right lateral wall. So the right wall. Okay, so then if you turn the other way, you can go to the posterior, the left lateral wall. Dome, that's the left lateral wall. Okay. So then you go here, and then when you come back, do the opposite. I think you need more lubrication.
I'm a gynecologist, but let me just have a...
You can try.
Let me have a feel of it.
Yeah. This way.
Okay.
This way.
Okay, this way.
Ah.
All right.
Yeah, and then hold this like this. Ah. First start, and then once you introduce, then rotate. Yeah, then rotate. Then wait till see the lumen. Ah. Then once you see the lumen, keep pushing it.
Who is keen to interact with you. So he is presenting his similar concept for a laparoscope.
Yeah, those two guys.
Light incorporated into
See, they have the usual webcam and the light source from the camera, but they haven't worked on coupling and all that. So I gave them my email and asked them to sort of keep in touch.
How much is this system?
Hmm?
How much does this cost?
Which one? The scope?
Yes.
The scope with all the accessories is about $1,000. Hmm?
Can you do instrumentation through this?
Yeah, you can. Instrument means you can put the grasper, biopsy forceps, bug bee electrode, so then the guide wire, those are the things possible.
I've seen all that. So
Yeah.
The dome, the posterior, the lateral. Right. Thank you so much.
This way. See, this is a 12 o'clock position. This is like this. So you hold it like this.
So this is what I'm
Yeah,
supposed
you
to
can hold
end
it
up
like
to.
this. Hmm?
So I insert it this way.
Yeah. So then you hold it like this.
Yes.
These two fingers open, go in, then turn, then see the lumen, and then keep going. Then you see the lumen. Only once you see the lumen, you need to Where is?
We've lost connection. 1 second.
Sliding. It's tougher. It's tougher sliding. It's because of lubrication. I'm saying it's tougher sliding. It's because of lubrication.
Yeah. See, in morning we had some oil, lubricated with oil. But this is very tight. This is a catheterization model, not meant for scopies. So it's tight. We got some oil, I don't know where it went, disappeared.
I've set the camera up in the perfect position if you want to do one more.
Okay.
Yeah? It's right where you were standing. Look, see?
Yeah.
Before,
But the only
I
problem
think
is it's
someone knocked into the camera and
then moved it. But now the lubrication is not this, so it's not going comfortably in and out. So we need some oil. Any cooking oil would do, but then.
Hotel? Hotel?
Yeah, we got it from the hotel. And then somebody has to go there and get it in town.
Yeah. Anybody else at all?
Photos, come.
Can we sit in front of the international conference, please? We've got all the seats.
Oh, understand.
No, it's not. Fine. It's great. It's just stand. You can just stand around here.
VRiMS.
Block out. Yeah, block out. Where's the proximate thing? Yeah. Just stand in front of it.
Yeah.
Who else do we need to get? Who else do we need to get?
Case.
Yeah, you should be in here as well, Kes.
Yeah.
And you, Karen.
Come.
Anybody else in the group? Shall I get Johnny as well? And,
Yeah, Johnny and Nadira.
You stand in front of this. Stand in front of the innovation.
It's like being at a family event, isn't it? It's like,
Oh. Let me have.
We need to get that guy over there, our new Indian guy.
right?
Yeah.
Where do
Anyway, don't.
I'll do that. Cut me in half.
So you want to come this side or?
No, I'm in. You
Okay,
can't stand
okay.
in front of the barrier.
Yeah. That's it.
Out of it.
VRiMS.
Do one with the V. Do one with the V. Thank you.
Thank you. But we need queso also.
Oh, we actually
Yeah.
need him as well.
Hello there, VRiMS team.
Yeah.
The VRiMS team got bigger. It's just growing.
Okay.
Are we in?
Thank you.
Perfect.
Ah.
Lots of flashes, lots of flash, lots of light.
Okay, thanks everyone.
I will be seen.
John, what do you want us to do?
Nothing, that's it.
Done.
We're done. I'll sign that. I'll let this guy have a go and I'll. Sorry, when we next come, I'll make sure that first
Okay, are we closing? We're loading the photos.
Oh, fine.
But at least I've made sense. There.
This is top notch work, yeah. You've yet to see the fire safety up, which someone say is the best thing in VRiMS. I'll show you that.
It's a lot of local teachers, one person teaching the other.
We just make them a trainer.
Yeah, that's good.
Can I just sit here
Yeah,
just to get a video? Sorry.
sure, no problem. Just seeing how they do it. No, it's okay, it's okay.